Hey guys, 22 Plinkster here. When asked the question, who makes a good, dependable, reliable 22 pistol? 90% of you say Ruger. Well, you're exactly right. This is my Ruger Mark I standard pistol, and today we're going to be taking a look at it. Pretty good little pistol. Alright guys, today we're going to be looking at the pistol, the semi-automatic pistol anyways, that started it all for Ruger. This is a Ruger Mark I standard model. This is the 6-inch barrel. This is not the Target model. It does not have adjustable sights, but it does not have the heavier barrel. Other than that, it's the exact same pistol as the Target. I acquired this pistol, I guess probably about 4 years ago from a friend of mine, and got a really good deal on it. So got the box, here's the manual with it, still got the original manual, the parts list, how to assemble, how to disassemble. There's a lot of history with these Ruger Mark I pistols. Now there are some pros and cons about them, and I will mention a few of those after I shoot a few rounds. Wow, knocked all my cans down. The pros on this pistol is that it feels really well in your hands. Fits like a glove. It's got very high checkering plastic grips. The angle is just perfect for me. Fits like a glove. It does not have Target grips or anything on it. They produced these pistols from 1952 to 1982. I believe this one, was made in January of 1973. So the pistol's in pretty good shape, for a pistol from that time period. When I bought it, the person hadn't really shot it all that much. They actually inherited it, and they hadn't shot it at all. So let's shoot it a few more times. You heard that click on the end. That's one of the differences between the Ruger Mark I's and when they came out with the Mark II's. The Mark II's, the slide automatically stayed open on them, so you knew when you were empty. The Mark I's don't do that. It's a fun gun to plink around with, but one of the cons of the pistol is they're not really known for their accuracy. I can shoot them all right. I don't practice a lot with this pistol. I prefer Target pistols when I shoot, but just to plink around with, it's light. If you wanted to carry it camping or hiking or fishing or anything like that, it's a light pistol to do that. I guess the 4 3/4 inch barrel would be a little bit better for that instead of the 6 inch, but it's much lighter than a Target pistol. So, you know, I've got a Ruger Mark II. You know, I think it's got the 7-inch and something barrel on it. That gun just weighs a ton. So I don't carry it around when I like go camping or hiking or fishing. I usually either carry this one or I carry one of my high standards with a 4-inch barrel. Shoot it a few more times. Click. Now I have found out that this pistol shoots 40 grain ammo a little bit better than 36 grain. Today I'm shooting a 40 grain Federal Champion bullet. Mid-South Shooter Supply here near where I live hooked me up with this ammo, so thank you Mid-South Shooter Supply. But this thing doesn't have adjustable rear sights, and I think it shoots a little bit to the right, and I think it shoots a little bit low. So I'm kind of trying to compensate for the shooting here. Yeah, I definitely can't drive nails with this pistol. But it's a fun gun to shoot. I think I picked this one up for like $100. Now you can find these pistols, you know, if you want a good budget gun, you can find these pistols in pawn shops and in gun stores. If you don't mind a little bit of rust, a little bit of pitting, you can find these things for a pretty good price. If they're in good shape, they're going to be just as much as, I say, like a Mark II, you know, a target pistol, just because they don't make them anymore. But or even your Mark IIIs. But I've seen these things as low as $90 in gun stores. Of course, they have some pitting, they have a little bit of rust on them. But if you don't mind that, if you want a gun that just shoots and shoots, you know, halfway decent, this is a good choice. While I'm on that subject, I'm probably going to make a video of what to look for in a 22 pistol or rifle when you buy a used one. Most all my 22s that I own or have owned have been used guns. I bought from somebody or bought from a gun shop or a gun store or a pawn shop. So I'll probably make a video on what to look for and what not to look for when you're buying a good quality, you know, 22 pistol or 22 rifle. Shoot a few more times and then we'll back up, say 100 yards, and see if we can get even somewhere close to the silhouette. Click. Make sure she's empty. Yeah, it's a pretty good shooting pistol. It's got a kind of a stiff trigger on it. It's probably got maybe, I'd say probably about a 5.5 pound trigger. I don't know that for a fact, but if I had to guess, that's probably what I'd say it is. Probably in between 5 and 5.5. But what I do like about it, it breaks clean. It doesn't have any creep. You've got a little bit of play right there, but once it stops, you pull it anymore, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna fire. So it's a pretty good pistol. Pretty good pistol. You know, Ruger kind of knew what they were doing when they introduced this pistol, you know, back in the 50s, and they have built on it and built on it and built on it, and now, in my opinion, they make probably the most accurate and most reliable 22 pistol on the market. So let's back on up here at about 100 yards and let's just see if we can even get close. All right, got my Ruger Mark I, got my silhouette out there at 100 yards. These pistols are really known for their accuracy, so if I hit that silhouette 6 out of 10 times, I'll be happy with it. Here we go. Nine for 10. I'm happy with that. Guys, if you're on a budget and if you can find one of these things pretty cheap, pick them up. They're pretty good pistols. Hope you guys enjoy the